All right, so here we are in a two-column stance. There's a line on the floor. Our toes are both touching it, but we are 2 people wide. There's a little bit of space right here for the boy to swing through. In fact, you can imagine there's a little golf ball right there that we swing through during the pattern, and there's a bell hanging in between our heads and shoulders that we swing through. We both decide to spin the same direction. We're going to spin our poi that way. You notice both poi are like wheels rolling in that direction. For me, this looks kind of like I'm in reverse, and for Adam, when he looks at me, it looks kind of like he's forward. But the important thing is they're both going that way. Adam's going to ring the bell, grab my arm, and take us through to hit the golf ball. Blam. He's like, this is sweet over here. I'm going to stay there. Yep. So Adam brought me to his side, and he's happy with that. But then I'm kind of like, well, you know, I actually want to go back over to my side, because my side's pretty sweet, and I'm going to take Adam with me, ring the bell, see how sweet my side is, Adam? And then Adam's like, yeah, your side's pretty sweet, but actually I'm going to grab that arm, hit the golf ball, come over here. So we're going to do that without the extra beats in between. Ring the bell to my side, hit the golf ball to Adam's side, ring the bell to my side, hit the golf ball to Adam's side, over and over again. And that is a 4-beat cross stance partner move. Now from here, we practiced where we might snag the poi from our partner. So for me, I'm looking at down there when he swings to hit the golf ball. When he swings to hit the golf ball, I'm watching his hand come over mine and tracing him, touching his hand where I can grab it. And eventually when I'm comfortable, I'm going to take it and snag the poi, turn it into a weave, forward weave, so that I get away from Adam and don't smack him. So Adam's going to steal over the top. As soon as my arm starts coming up, he starts touching my hand, looking for the opening to snag, and when he's ready, he's going to snag it away. And he can turn around into a reverse weave. Those are the easiest steals from a cross stance 4-beat. From there, we went off into a little side jaunt of practicing basic stealing from, instead of a cross stance position, a one behind the other person position. So notice how Adam is making penguin hands, not letting his fingers get all separated where you can snag and hurt your fingers, and keeping a V in between his thumb and forefinger, which is exactly where he grabs the poi. He holds his penguin's hands palm down, looking with his peripheral vision, not looking over his head one way or the other, and just stays there at the ready. And I'm going to hand a reverse spinning poi up into his penguin hand, and hand a reverse spinning poi there. And then I'm going to steal it back, and steal it back, hand it in, hand it in. And since he's spinning in reverse, it's coming back over the top towards me. I take my penguin hand and slide it in there as it comes over the top to get a hold of it easily. That's much easier than me trying to sort of like chase after it and grab it. That's a lot of extra work. So that's like pretty much the most basic back and front stealing pattern. Then we worked on stealing from a reverse figure 8. So I'm going to take a little bit wider stance so I can rock back and forth. I'm going to give Adam the reach around, swinging up and over. And I have to commit to being able to do a figure 8 there. I can't just sort of get to here and let it flop. I can't get only part way and then hit Adam. I have to reach all the way around to a new figure 8. Adam has T-Rex arms. So Adam has his arms up close to his body. And he's looking for where he can slide that in and grab it from me. Go ahead and grab it, and then he's got the poi. And when I see it come back, I can snag it. Start tracing him. Grab it. And so we practice that on both sides. So on and so forth. Then, we actually just went right for it with 3 poi. So Adam's now going to actually do a reverse 3D weave. What's important is that Adam really jiggies his body, really turning his torso so that his belly button looks all the way to the camera, all the way to the back wall. And that way, I really can see his wrists there, I really can see them over there, I know what I'm going to grab. So I have to wait till the last poi over here. I'm looking at his arm come across the red poi there, maroon poi. So I don't want to grab that orange one. I have to wait that extra moment until the maroon poi comes up and over the top. Adam's going to keep doing that reverse weave motion with his hands, and now on this side, I'm going to give him the reach around and hand that back to him so he's got another weave. And I repeat the same thing on this side. I'm swaying with Adam, I grab the last poi cross hand over the top, and then I hand the reach around to him a little bit. There we go. What did we do next? Yes, that's what we did. We did this. How does that work? We went back to the cross stance weave because eventually we're going to connect a cross stance pattern and that weaving stealing pattern. And I got another poi, I got a third poi, but to keep it simple, I'm just hanging it out here for now before I start spinning it. Adam's going to start out a cross stance 4-beat. And since I have 2 poi, he has a free hand. He wants to grab my poi on a swing. Aha! I need to be swinging this way. There we go. All the blunders will be removed in post-production. And this is where we technically went. Yes. Yeah, so those were the building blocks and moves that we went over, and that lays the foundation to start combining these cross stance moves with behind and front weaving steals, both forwards and reverse.